Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm your host Tyrannosaurus and welcome to today's piece of the Mesozoic video. And today, we're going to be talking about all the concept art and kind of teasers we've seen of the Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaur series line. This is, of course, something I'm very excited about, as I've never really done a video like this before, and because the Tyrannosaur family, well, it's my favorite dinosaur family of all. I'm so excited to finally being able to cover this. Now that Creative Beast Studios has finally revealed all the concept art for the dinosaurs that will be coming into this new line within the Kickstarter coming this summer. So let's strap in, take a look at these dinosaurs one by one, and see what we think. First up on the list is Albertosaurus sarcophagus, Alberta lizard. I like the way this dinosaur looks overall. And you can tell that David Silva has done his research with recreating these dinosaurs. You can see it has like this kind of horn knob on the top of its head. And it's the proper size too, not the heavily exaggerated brow that goes all the way up to here in the Jurassic World Evolution Albertosaurus. It looks really good. And of course, we also have the hands that are not pronated, but with the palms facing each other, which is also really good. This Albertosaurus is definitely one of the best ones I have ever seen. Hopefully it doesn't also include electronics that makes it roar like the one from J-Pod. The color inspiration for this dinosaur is the Australian water dragon, as this is a common theme with all the beasts of the Mesozoic dinosaurs. David Silva looks for creatures that are out in there living in our world currently and basically applies their colorations to the dinosaurs, and I think it looks absolutely wonderful. This was actually the last dinosaur concept art that was revealed as of today, as of recording this, for the Tyrannosaur line, and I think it looks pretty good, not bad for a finale. And then, of course, we have a look at the CG sculpt that's put in a computer, and it looks nice. Of course, this is the rendering of the sculpt. Right now, it's not actually cut up into pieces and made into the figure itself, but it looks really nice, and I can't wait to see this thing. It's probably going to be one I pick up eventually. It all depends what the final product is going to look like. But I have a feeling if this becomes this, I'll be very happy to see it. I can't wait. Next up on the list, we have Electrosaurus alcini, the mateless lizard. Very interesting Tyrannosaur. I definitely heard of it when I saw Planet Dinosaur, and it's an okay looking Tyrannosaur. It looks a bit gangly, but I'm guessing that's how it's supposed to look, especially considering that this dinosaur is just slightly taller than a grown man. The colors are inspired by a juvenile green tree python, and it looks really nice. I like the colors, and it's a very good example of like this is a naturally occurring color that is still looking natural and true to like actual life, which I really like. And then of course we have the model, which is just a render of the head so far. But in comparison to this looks much cleaner. It's like it's not as wrinkled, and the throat of the concept art and the throat of this doesn't look crusty, and that's one of the issues I had with it. But whether or not I get this one is kind of a matter of debate for the moment. But it still looks really nice, and I think it's one people should definitely look out for. This was the first Tyrannosaur to be revealed, the Bistahevosaur Sailiae, the Bistahe Destroyer. And it looks like a very beautiful Tyrannosaur. Look at this. It's got blacks and reds, which is a very nice color. It's inspired by a red-bellied black snake, which is a venomous snake from Australia? Question mark? I don't know. But it looks really good. The black and red, those are like a good combination. It's so well done. I like this. This might be one I might pick up, especially if we move on to the next slide, which actually shows the prototype that was actually just finished and painted. It looks really good. It looks phenomenal. The black is just so dark and rich, and the red is just so stunning and red. And of course, we have the white underbelly. It looks phenomenal. I absolutely love this Tyrannosaur. It looks so good. And then, of course, we also have some artwork from Raul Ramos, showing a little bit of the Visahevisor itself, and what I'm assuming might be a Pentaceratops in the background. And it looks really good. This is... yeah, it's like it's biting into its horn and stuff. That's a Pentaceratops that it's attacking. It looks really nice. I like this Visahevisor, and it's probably going to be one of the ones I pick up. Most definitely. Next up, we have Sorcerosis. It's kind of unimpressive to me, because I feel like this head should be a little bit bigger. Probably like, at least like that. But it's still a good-looking Tyrannosaur, nonetheless. Its colors are inspired by the Ansingi leaf chameleon. So, I think this is like the default color of the lizard, because as we know, chameleons change color. And it looks really good. I like this. It's probably not going to be one I pick up, though. Not saying it's a bad figure. I'm just saying it might not. I mean, I still haven't seen the final product. I still haven't seen what it's going to look like when it's actually made. But it might not be one I get. But let's be honest. But it's still a good-looking model, and I do recommend it. Next up, we have a dinosaur that's had a bit of a history with David Silva. This is the Guanlong Paradoxus, the Emperor Dragon. This is by far one of the most beautiful models in the entire line. The colors are based on a golden pheasant, and that's what we're going to be talking about here in a little bit. And it looks good. It looks absolutely breathtaking with reds, blues, greens, and golds. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this one has feathers, which is scientifically correct for a Guanlong. And a few of the other Tyrannosaurs that we will be seeing shortly. So yeah, this is a very nice looking dinosaur, and it's going to be I think it's going to be one of those that's a 1/16th, 1/18th, and a 1/6 scale model. So you can pick and choose. Obviously, I'm going to go for the 1/18 scale, so it's in scale with all my other dinosaurs that I'm going to be collecting, quite obviously. Excuse me. Now, the reason why I say this thing had a history was because David Silva didn't exactly like the colors of the first one, like the way it was patterned. So he gave it a trial run, and these are the 3 he did. We got number 1, number 2, number 3, and ultimately he went with number 3. This is what the Guanlong is going to look like when it's released, and it's going to look so good. I'm so excited. So this won't be like that for long. It's going to be this. So yeah, be on the lookout for this guy. It's something to look forward to. Next on the list, we have Dryptosaurus, and this is another good-looking Tyrannosaur figure. My only problem with this, and I'm just saying this could be a mistake, is that this Dryptosaurus concept art only has 2 fingers, where in actual life, Dryptosaurus would have actually had a 3rd one on each hand. Although this could be a mistake on David Silva's part, or I'm just apparently very stupid. Either way, I hope this is something that is, like, fixed or explained. But otherwise, this is a great-looking Dryptosaurus. The color inspiration is based on a Harris hawk. I've seen them before, not like in the wild, but I've seen photos of them. And this is actually pretty accurate. We got the blackish brown on the back. We got reddish orange along the body, pale underbelly, and a gold face, and a gray nose. It looks pretty spot on for what it's supposed to be. I also like how these feathers kind of remind me of a grizzly bear's fur. It looks really nice. I like it. And then we have Eotyrannus langi, the Dawn Tyrant. This one was interesting to me. I mean, I've heard of Eotyrannus. This is going to be another one of those 1/18 scale dinosaurs. So it's not going to get a 1/6 scale counterpart. That's actually kind of obvious. Whereas all the 1/6 scale small Tyrannosaurs will be getting 1/18 scale. Some of them won't be getting a 1/18 scale. This is one of those dinosaurs. The colors are based on a red kite, which is a kind of bird of prey, and it looks nice. I like the colors of this one. However, it's going to be pure coincidence if I actually end up getting this thing, especially when we see what's going to be coming on the list shortly. Next up, we have Gorgosaurus labratus, dreadful lizard. And before you say anything, no, David Silva did not take the colors from Walking with Dinosaurs. This is actually pure coincidence. He even stated that this was this was not intentionally supposed to represent the Gorgosaurus from the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, or the one from Jurassic World Alive. But still, it's another blue Gorgosaurus. It seems that people now think it's blue. Anyway, it's a great looking figure. I like the way it looks. Now, the color is based on two different animals this time around. It is based on a North American racer snake and a mako shark. And it looks really nice. I like that he blended two animals together to form this one, and it still looks really natural. It's another great looking Tyrannosaur, and I like it. And then, of course, we have a render of the Gorgosaurus head here, which looks absolutely phenomenal. These CGI renders definitely look much better than the concept art. And I'm probably guessing the figures are going to look much better than this as well. Something that I'm really getting excited for. Gorgosaurus is definitely going to be something I will be thinking about getting. Whether or not that happens is a matter of debate that I am surely going to be thinking about later down in the future. This is one of the Tyrannosaurs I know for sure that I'm going to be getting. This is Guanlong Wukai, 5-colored crowned dragon. This one is based on the northern cassowary, which you can tell by the blue and green crest and snout, the black body, the white stripe, the reddish orange throat. All that is based on this bird. And it looks absolutely breathtaking. And it's covered in feathers as well, so there's also that working for it. This one's also 1/18 scale, which is really good. I like that. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be actually I know for sure there's going to be a 1/6 scale figure, because that's going to be one of the images that's coming up next. See, there it is. This is the prototype for the Guanlong that David Silva just finished sculpting. It just now needs paint. It looks good. It looks absolutely amazing. I just can't wait to see it when it's got all the colors in it. Obviously, these Tyrannosaurs are going to come with stands, especially if you're trying to get them in a very dynamic pose. So, yeah, be prepared for that. But honestly, I'm very excited about the Guanlong. Now, the thing is, with beasts of the Mesozoic, they're smaller dinosaurs, I feel like they're not going to be released in individual packages. I feel like they're going to come in packs of 2 or 3. So what will end up happening is that you'll get a pack and they'll have 3 dinosaurs like Guanlong, Eotyrannus, and something else with it. And then you'll have another one that's this, this, and this. Or you just get a 2-pack where it's just Guanlong, Eotyrannus, and then nothing else. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I feel like if you're going to get a small Tyrannosaur, you're going to end up with actually getting more than one. Which is okay with me, because that just means I get a big collection. Anyway, next up on the list is the second Tyrannosaur that I think was revealed, and that's Lythronex Argestis, the Gorky. Anyway, when I first saw this, I thought it was a very strange-looking dinosaur. I mean, because like the colors here on the sides kind of reminded me like when you mix all the colors, the paint and water. This is kind of like what it looks like. But that's really the only issue I had with it, and also I kind of gave it, the benefit of the doubt because this is concept art, not the actual figure itself. The color inspiration is a black-chested, spiny-tailed iguana. Try saying that 5 times fast. But it looks really good. The model is pretty decent looking. Also, I like how this one has like a little vampire thing. This is the photo of the prototype that has just been finished painting, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Let me just say, it looks good. I like it. It just looks fabulous. What can I say? Whether or not I get it, though, that's still something I need to figure out. I need to like think about it. And next we have possibly the most obscure Tyrannosaur I have ever heard of. Moros intrepidus, the harbinger of doom. Wow. This is that's quite an intimidating name for a small little dinosaur. The colors of this is actually funny. David Silva actually didn't say what the color inspiration was in the post. What he did do was mention what it was in the comments. The color inspiration is a painted throat red star, which is a kind of bird. And it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, this looks good. But again, this is one of those where it's like, if I get this, it's going to be possibly by coincidence rather than by choice. So yeah, there you go, Moros. And then next we have the Proceratosaurus bradley before Ceratosaurus. Of course, the colors of this dinosaur are inspired by a Bali mina, which is another kind of bird. And it looks great with these whites, the black on the tail, legs, and arms, the blue here around the eye, and the orange on the snout. It looks really good. Ooh, excuse me. Anyway, before that sudden belch. The Proceratosaurus looks really good, but again, it's another one of those dinosaurs where it's like, I'm probably gonna, well actually no, this is the dinosaur I think I'm actually gonna get for sure, hands down. And then of course we also have a photo of what the painting looks like so far, and this is a very good looking Proceratosaurus. I don't think it follows this one exactly, because it's brown up here. And yeah, there's a bit of yellow up there, but it's not as consistent as this. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but hey, David Silva can do whatever he wants. And I won't complain about it. Next, we have the Gigasaurus sinensis, the Quinzhou lizard. This concept art kind of looks a little bit on the smooth side. And a lot of the parts in it look like they're from the Albertosaurus that we saw earlier in the video. Of course, the head and neck being distinguishably different from the Albertosaurus, obviously. Actually, you know what? This head actually kind of looks like the sculpt that we saw before that was rendered in CGI. But anyway, the colors of this dinosaur are inspired by a blue Malaysian coral snake, which is pretty cool. It's a venomous snake, which I'm all for. I'm not sure I'm going to get this guy, though. Just because of the fact that it looks so similar to Albertosaurus. It's not that I have an issue with this thing. It's just that it doesn't appeal to me very much. But of course, if you like it, go ahead and buy it. It's your money. Next, we have the Eotyrannus Hazale, the coyote tyrant. Obviously, take one good look at this. You know the color inspiration. It's from a osprey, which is a kind of bird of prey. You can tell by the browns and the whites, and of course the gray on the mouth, and the orange eye here. And it's another one of the Tyrannosaurs that has feathers. And it looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks gorgeous. It's probably going to be like in one of those packs again. And if I get this, once again, it's going to be by pure coincidence. Okay, we're nearing the end of the list, with only 4 other dinosaurs remaining, counting this one. This is the Tarbosaurus Batar, alarming lizard. This one is going to be about maybe the same size as my Mattel T-Rex that I unboxed on the channel before. So it's going to be pretty big. The colors of this dinosaur are inspired by the inland taipan, which is another kind of snake from Australia. A very venomous one, too. I'm not sure I'm going to get this guy, because it's going to be a heckin' chonker. But if we take a look at the model, we can see that it's going to be a little bit different than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which we will be seeing fairly shortly, if you just bear with me. I mean, the snout is a little bit narrower. It's not as heavily built. If anything, it actually kind of looks like it's flatter than anything else. But this is a good-looking model. I have no complaints with it. But it's just going to be too big for me, especially if I'm going to be getting some of the larger figures that we'll be seeing here in a little bit. And then we have Teratophonius Ferrari, Monstrous Murderer. Wow, paleontologist, you couldn't have come with a more child-friendly name? Monstrous Murderer. That says quite a lot. But yes, the Teratophonius is a very interesting dinosaur. I only know it exists because it was supposed to be seen in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom as a corpse. But now here it is, in the form of concept art that will be in the Tyrannosaur toy line. And it looks pretty good. The colors are based on a painted terrapin, which is a kind of turtle. And it looks nice. I don't think I'll be getting it, though, because, once again, it just doesn't appeal to me all that much. But it still looks like a very good model, even though it's just drawing on paper right now. Okay, now we're coming up to my favorites. This is the Tyrannosaurus Rex Juvenile, the Tyrant Lizard King form of the Juvenile. This guy I'm totally going to be getting because it's cute. The colors of this dinosaur are inspired by an earless monitor lizard, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Although I'm not sure where this white stripe came from, because I'm pretty sure the earless monitor lizard doesn't have that. I'm pretty sure it's just solid brown. But hey, it looks good, and I like it. And it reminds me of the young T-Rex from the old Kenner toys back in 1993, so of course I'm going to be getting this. And then, of course, we come to my favorite figure and favorite dinosaur in the entire Tyrannosaurus line. The Tyrannosaurus Rex Adult itself. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It is the most beautiful T-Rex model I have ever seen in my life. It's better than my Mattel T-Rex, bar far. And it's also supposed to be even bigger. It's going to be 27 inches long. So it's going to be it's gonna be a big one. An absolutely heckin' chonker. And I am so excited about it. I can't wait to see what this thing's going to look like after the prototype is painted. And it's definitely going to be 100% in my Beasts of the Mesozoic collection. Hands down, there's no way you're going to stop me from collecting this thing. I will spend every cent I have just to get this T-Rex for myself. And I will put it on a shelf dead center for it to be my masterpiece. It's going to be the crowning jewel of my Beasts of the Mesozoic collection. And there's nothing you can do to say otherwise. What's also special about the T-Rex in this line is that there are 3 of them. The one we just saw, and then this one. This is the T-Rex that was shown off around Christmas time. This one is based on a Dino Riders prototype, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna end up getting this one because I'm not really a big fan of the colors, and this one just kind of looks better in general. And then the third one, this is a Kickstarter exclusive, is the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Walking with Dinosaurs, which should be kind of obvious. Now, what's interesting about this one, aside of the fact that it's a Kickstarter exclusive, is that it's a 1/35th scale edition. So it's going to be smaller than all the other Tyrannosaurs, so it's not going to be in scale with anything else. But it's a fun little collector's item, and I'm going to try my absolute best to get a hold of one of these, especially since it's a Kickstarter exclusive. There are going to be just a handful of these, so if you want to grab one, you're going to have to act fast. And now we're coming up to some official photos of the Tyrannosaurus. As you can tell, this is the juvenile T-Rex, and it looks good. I like the colors that have been applied. You got browns, you got a, kind of like an off-white along the belly. You got, the white has changed suddenly to kind of like a yellowish color, and it looks really good. There's no doubt about it. This is a nice-looking juvenile T-Rex. And then there's this. This is the head of the 1/18th scale T-Rex that's going to be coming, and it's big. It's it's big. I'm putting my hand up to my Mattel T-Rex, and if that hand is as big as mine, this head is going to be bigger than the Mattel Rex already. And it looks so good. I like how David Silva puts more detail into the bigger models because they have just so much more surface area to work with. And it looks fabulous. this T-Rex, and this is just the head. Wait till you see the next photo. This is the T-Rex again. The body fully sculpted and everything. But, of course, it's in parts. It's not completely together. And the adult Triceratops is going to be coming in Wave 3 later this year. And this is just for scale. This T-Rex is going to be absolutely massive. Look at this. It's going to be huge. This just puts it in perspective. The Triceratops is 15 inches as the adult. And then you got the T-Rex that's 27 inches. It's nearly twice the size. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. And then we also have this. This is the 1/35th scale model, which is probably going to be just a little bit longer than the Juvenile Rex. This was taken quite a while ago, and it looks pretty good. Not bad at all. And then we have the full body of the Tyrannosaurus Rex itself. This is what it's going to look like when it's all put together and stuff. And it looks nice. I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see the T-Rex finally in my collection of pieces of the Mesozoic. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. We now have come to the final dinosaur on our list. This is the Eotyrannus quali, the feathered tyrant, the largest of the feathered dinosaurs known so far. This is by far one of the most beautiful models in the beasts of the Mesozoic line. The colors are based on a Steller's sea eagle, which you can tell by the white and the brown, and of course the orange and the gold on the face. And it looks great. There are a bunch of Eotyrannus figures that are out there, but none of them are as good as a quality like this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Whether or not I get it, that's something I'm gonna have to think about. And then we have a picture of the prototype. It's now been fully sculpted and it just now needs paint. And then, of course, the last photo that we got is it being posed, and it looks great. It's not even painted yet, and it already looks awesome. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like when it's finally got paint applied to it. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. What Tyrannosaur are you most excited to be seeing? Which one are you going to be trying to get your hands on? What dinosaurs do you want to see later down the line? Which family of dinosaurs do you want David Silva and the Creative Beast Studio team tackle next? Let's start a discussion, you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. However, this is where I'm going to have to end the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Link to the Discord in the description down below. And until next time, this is Tyrannosenpai signing off. Alrighty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.